You may come to a time when you need to replace your footrest. So I'm replacing my footrests on my Crf230 here. This is the one here which I have replaced. It's pretty beaten up. The spring wasn't working at all, and it was flopping around, and it was just hopeless really. So I went online and bought a set of foot pegs, footrests for the Crf230, and I fitted one of them. Fairly easy job. You just need some side cutters to pull out the old split pin. So that's what the new split pin looks like. Just pull the old split pin out, then you can remove this pin here. Once you've removed the pin, the footrest and spring just fall out of the bracket here, which fits to the frame. All you have to do then is make sure you've got the right footrest for the right side, and fit the new one in place. It's a very easy job, only takes a few minutes. A little bit of mucking around with the spring. What you want is the spring to hold the footrest in the down position. So that when you hit a rock or log or tree or something, tree stump, flips up out of the way and returns back down again. It's quite a strong spring, and I actually think that the footrest is a pretty decent quality. They were fairly well priced. I can't remember exactly what I paid for them now, but it was a very reasonable price. They're heavy aluminium. Pretty sure they're aluminium. Yeah, they're aluminium. And the spring, when you put the spring in, just be sure you put it in this way around, where it catches up here on the back of the bracket, so that it tightens up when you lift the footrest upwards. You'll soon work that out. It only goes in one way to achieve that. If you put it in the other way around, it actually it won't work. It just doesn't have the spring tension holding the footrest down. So it's fairly easy for you to work out. So if you're thinking about replacing your gnarly old foot pegs with some better quality, I think pretty well constructed. Certainly a lot better than my ones that I'm replacing, that's for sure. They actually have a larger footprint to them, nicely designed to catch your boot, all the muds around. Fairly substantial fitting here. I don't expect any problems. I don't expect it to snap off or break. I think we'll get plenty of good service out of these pegs, and they were a reasonable price anyway. I know you can get some fairly expensive ones if you look out there. I've seen some with some studding around here which look quite nice, but I didn't want to get too carried away. As I've said before, I don't want to spend a lot on this bike at this stage, but I really I really couldn't put up with this sort of thing, especially I'm preparing it for a ride that's coming up in a few weeks, and I thought, well, it'd be nice to have good pegs on it when I take off on the ride. So thank you for viewing, and hope this gives you a little bit of motivation to maybe change those bent up old foot pegs that you might have on your current bike.